Okay, so as I was saying in my blog post, I wanted to show you my version of Anne Rostad's Steampunk Spells album, and her video to introduce this book and all of its intricacies took 37 minutes on YouTube, and I want to do that in significantly less time so that you guys don't get bored. But I just wanted to show you. It looks somewhat like Anne's does, at least on the cover anyway. It's chock full of goodies like Anne's is. So I'll give you just some of the quick details for those of you non-scrapbookers out there. Just some of the cool stuff. This is actually magnetized. And when you open it up, there's a whole lot going on with this page. This is actually a pocket, and I created all of these things with that graphic 45 spells paper I was telling you about. And one of the cool things about Anne is that she loves to do these details and these tags and things like that. And so I cut this out. There was originally a background here, and so this in itself is a tag, and this I cut out and glued on, and then glued this on and cut these things out. And then this background, this paper is actually blue in the background, but I colored it in black because Anne liked it in black, and actually so did I. So I tried to sort of do what she did, and then, oops, sorry, the camera there. And then I sort of did my own thing sometimes. Here's like another tag, and for people who aren't scrapbookers, basically tags are places where you can write things on for journaling purposes, or you can glue pictures to them. As far as I'm concerned, the reason why I create these books is because they're art within themselves, and I have no intention of using them as an actual scrapbook, but when Anne makes her creations, she acts like they're actual scrapbooks. So that was the thought process behind creating these things. This in itself is a tag, and you can pull it out and you can write on it if you want, and you can also stick pictures in there. So that's the purpose of things like this. And like I said, this in itself is a pocket, and you'll see there are things popped up here, and there are a lot of things that scrapbookers do to make things look cool like this. Special tools. I cut this arrow out and explained exactly how to do it in a tutorial video, how to create this entire thing. Just to give you some other cool details, this actually pops up. These slide back and forth. I won't slide it too much because the tags that are currently in it come out. And you do or don't have to have tags in here. Anne said you could put a picture in if you wanted, and then depending on if you slide them back and forth, the picture will change. I didn't actually try it, so I don't know if it's true, but for now I just have it like this. You'll see here that there's, again, some more tags. This, again, is magnetic. So this tag I created with a sticker, and then I backed it with some black paper. And there is a tag that you can actually pull out of here. It's double-sided, but I liked this side better. And you can actually see the other side anyway, but I like the way this side looks with this, and this side looks with the butterfly up there. So again, more tags, and explained exactly how to create this. I can show you what the paper looks like when you first start with it, and you'd kind of like would not believe how much time it takes to cut these things out and make them. So I'll show you guys. Here's just a quick example. This is another project I was working on called Curtain Call, but this is the paper itself, and you can see how detailed it is, and people will cut these things out. That's what we call fussy cutting. So I obviously use this. If you saw the picture of my Victrola, you'll see that this was actually the top of my Victrola. And the paper is usually two-sided, and this is that graphic 45. I don't know if you could see there, it says graphic 45 at the top. This is the special paper from that brand that I like to use, and this whole book was all Steampunk Spells, which is graphic 45. So the other cool thing about this album is that Anne actually originally used a product from graphic 45 that no longer existed. She used an envelope like envelopes that were pre-made. I had to actually make every single piece of this album myself. So this book was actually just regular pieces of paper, just like that paper I showed you, and I had to glue it and cut it. And I have a special machine that does some cutting for me, but a lot of it is just my own creativity and trying to figure out how to make it work. So there are actually some like hidden pockets and things in here that you could stick in if you wanted as well. I don't want this to take as long as Anne's was, so I'm going to try and go a little bit quicker and showing you some of the details, but there's just so much to this album. I'm very proud of it. It just took a long time. So here's some more of these special tags. This pops out, and I know that the camera view is limited, so I'm going to try and do the best I can to show you. If you look here, there is another tag, and this tag in itself, there's a tag within a tag. This actually comes out. I fussy cut around this woman, and here I'll just show you very quickly because there are many tags like this on my album. There's a tag within a tag, so there's a little bat tag here that I cut out, and then there is a tag back here, and I created this tag myself. And so there's just a whole lot of cutting. I have a machine that does this cutting, but I glued this onto this paper, and I glued this on the other side, and so there's just a whole lot of cutting and details, and that's why it's called fussy cutting. And here's another one of those cool tag things. Anne really loves tags, so, and I really dig how much she loves them. So she did it differently with this particular thing here, but I wanted to do some cool gear stuff, so that's what I did, and I created more of these fussy cut tags. Like I said, they're all back here. There's lots of things hiding within this book, which I thought was cool. This is another cool thing. These are the types of things I'm talking about when I say fussy cutting. These were on a piece of paper that had a ton of different objects, and this was cut from the same paper, but it has tons of stuff all over it. And this is magnetic. And there are some more tags here. This comes out. This is a tag that I created. Again, fussy cut. This is a sticker. This is a tag that I made. I made this. This, as you can see, is a pocket here. There's another tag here, a cool spider web that I cut out. There's actually a spider hanging down here if you can see him. So there's just a lot of intricacy with these albums. Like I said, it took me a really long time to make it, and this was while I was prepping for my wedding, so when I wasn't stressing out about that, I was stressing out about fussy cutting instead. So I'm sorry, there are tags coming out left and right with this. I think this came out of this guy here, and there was another tag from over there. But anyway, so again, more of fussy cut tags. This is here. This I cut out. Again, this is magnetized. There's a magnet here. This was fussy cut. The bird was fussy cut out. These are more tags, more fussy cutting. Took me a long time to do, and even Anne was having trouble with it too when she was showing me how to use it. So basically, this is magnetized, and you open it up, and inside I had to cut out the envelope base so that you could see these tags on the inside have this in the background. And I know that for like you guys out there who may be watching this video right now, you're awesome if you're still watching. There's like this, if you notice, a kind of an antique look. There's like special inks that we use in the scrapbooking world, and so it takes a long time to make this stuff look old on purpose, believe it or not. And then there's these little things that are fussy cut, and you can buy the shapes. Anne did something different with her tags. I decided to go with making like these cool tombstone things. Again, these are pockets, and Anne says that you can use them to put pictures on of people. This is kind of a little bit of a morbid album, if you ask me, but maybe if you did some cool Halloween stuff. And again, just some details. And this is a tag that comes out, and this is another tag. And Anne did her tags differently than I did. I wanted to add some of my own special finishing touches, but I did try to follow her as much as possible because, like I said, I'm total noob with this stuff. I decided to go from like pre-K cutting and making simple projects to jumping to a PhD in paper crafting. Seriously, this is like Anne's level is major PhD level. So all that considered, I think I did a pretty decent job, but I'm still working on it. So just to keep going here, this is, all the windows are cut out here. You'll see that there's like these little guys hidden. I had to cut all these little guys out. I cut the windows out. This is actually, a machine I have that makes this. This I fussy cut the owl out of. Again, all the paper. This is a special machine, but I cut the birds out and had to glue them on. This is another a bunch of tags, again, all fussy cut out, using, Anne likes to use every single piece of paper possible because this paper is really expensive, believe it or not. So she used the outside of another tag in order to make a tag. So she's total recycling, which I love. Just being able to use everything and taking advantage of that. Again, this kind of like old antique look is a special technique in scrapbooking, and in Anne's usual fashion, there's more things behind here. Like I said, tons of stuff, guys. Anne said something about gluing down this little hat and wishing you a happy Halloween in order to keep the tag here. There's this I fussy cut out. I thought the window was cool as a tag, and then glued this behind it, and again more tags, and there's a little word here that says spooky. This is also another tag that I made. So I mean, you know, Anne always says do what you like, and so I did what I liked, and I got this little guy here, and this little spider's folding down, but so that is yet another intricate part of this album. And then on this page, you'll see her hat is out here. Now, Anne did it so that the bottom was open too, so you could put a picture in here, but it looked really creepy. So I didn't want to do that, and so that was where I did what I liked, separately from Anne. And so I did do the feather thing because I thought that was really cool too, as an accent to her hat. And this is a steampunk album, so you'll see all the steampunk details. These are more tags that can be cut out, and you can write on them if you want. They hide behind her. And the cool thing about her is that she slides. So all these details are really cool and intricate, and like I said, if you're still watching, you're awesome. And again, I have fussy cut. And this I used, I have a special tool, a special printer called I can't think of the name of it. There's a Cricut, and I have a Cameo, a Silhouette Cameo, and it's a special printer, and it prints out fancy cut paper that I used for this. And I think Anne has a whole lot more tools than I do, so she uses other things, but I did get the Cricut, so. Just to show you again, more details, more cutouts. I made this postcard that's behind here because Anne made one, so I did. And I have the little fake lines on it, and like all of this stuff is just stickers and details and just lots of stuff. This is in itself a pocket. The little gate is a pocket, so that looks pretty cool. And then there's this little butterfly, and he keeps getting caught up in, and there's a little frog down here, keeps getting caught in the side here, so I'll have to fix that. But just all of these details, this again was used with the Cricut machine. This is one of my favorite pages here, because I really love this element, this detail stuff. Anne is so cool with this stuff. So mine doesn't look exactly like hers. I actually really like the way mine came out, because I used a different sort of what's it called? I can't think of the name of this right now. But I used a different chain than her, basically. And so what's cool about this is not only are these raised, so this looks three-dimensional, my tag, if you use the little, because it's just like a piece of jewelry. I use jewelry, all kinds of materials. You open it up, there's a little tag here. He is a little magnet. This is a tree that I used fancy paint on, painted the owl, he's three-dimensional, and so it's just another really cool element to, you know, making like special effects within the book. And then this page also opens. You'll notice she's fussy cut on here as well. So when you open it up, and you can see this, this little bicycle, again, fussy cut, tags. Oh, this is something that's special. I created this book too. And it opens like that. And you can put pictures in it. That's, I think, what Anne said to do if you want. And then it magnetizes. So that's another fancy tag that's behind here. And there's a little gate that's acting as another pocket. She's obsessed with pockets, and I love that about her. She's adorable. So that's really cool. And here is another really cool page. I think all these pages are super cool. The more steampunk elements, the better. There's another one that slides. I made this funky tag with an eyeball in the middle. Hers was different. Hers, I think I liked more, but I did the best I could. I made another tag, and there is an entire frame that I created here with fussy cutting, and this is glued to the back of a giant key. So that's yet another pocket, because Anne loves pockets. And so the other cool thing is if you open this up, oh my goodness, look at all this cool stuff. So it pops up and it says boo, and there's a little tag, and just all the fussy cutting and the details and the wires. I mean, hours, guys. I can't even begin to tell you how much time I've sat at this kitchen table making this. And again, with the steampunk elements, I love this tag. I think it's so awesome. This actually opens up, but because I put the steampunk stuff here, I'm gonna leave it. It's so magnetized and strong right now that it's holding. I can open this side up. Actually, it's starting to unravel now. But again, there's a pocket, tags. This is also magnetized. So like there's a lot of just funky elements. You'll even see down here, there's like these little, what we call brads. They're like fancy fasteners, really. They're like fasteners. Brad's just another name for a fastener, and I put this key on the end because I thought it looked cool and steampunky. This is a clock that actually works. If you move it, I used like game spinner pieces, and again, just another funky tag with things. There's like little things in here. I mean, there's just so much stuff that I could show you, and I don't even know if anybody's still watching this, but I'm gonna keep going anyway. And then this tag took me a while within itself. This is another tag. And then, oh, and this little feather accent on the steampunk. See in here? This is kind of cool. This is like one of the inside gears of like an old watch, and another one of these tags that I use to glue on the outside because this is what Anne showed me to do. And hers looked, I think, a little bit cooler, but I still like the way mine turned out. I did the best I could to substitute. It's just another one of those complicated elements that just makes the book have more depth and just look more cool, honestly. So that is another page of this album. And yes, it keeps going, but I promise it's almost done. So this one is so awesome. This took me a while to do, but if you move this tag, both these tags, the bird moves back and forth, and I want to make sure you can see this, so I'm going to move my camera here. So this, I'll show you this tag here. You can see the bird is moving back and forth. That's really cool, right? Took me a long time to rig that. I didn't do it exactly the way she said to do it, and she actually had trouble and ended up having to cut the back of the book open to do it, to show us. And that's another thing what I love about Anne's how-tos, or her tutorials in general, is that you see all the details. You can hear her dog barking in the background when she's talking to you, which is adorable. It's so funny because she apologizes for the dog. And she has a very adorable accent, so she's always very apologetic, and it's so sweet. And sometimes she'll just straight up cut off the video and come back if the dog is like acting up too much. It's very funny and very cute. So here's yet another tag that is magnetized on. Anne loves magnets. That's something that I learned like when I was watching her videos, just how many things you can use with either Velcro or magnets. And she used magnets, so I used magnets too. So this is yet another complicated element of the book. There are more tags. This is a tag, and it is yet another magnet, and it has an actual spinner. And there's more tags inside here. And these are all fussy cut animals that came out of the tags from this like paper that I made. And there's more tags in here. And there's a tag with a fussy cut bat. And there's just all kinds of crazy tags in here. And there are also tags here. It goes even further. It just keeps going. And this is a tag. These are more tags inside of a fold. And then this is actually yet another magnet. And there are tags inside of there as well. And I did that myself. That I decided to add that element. She didn't have that. She had something else. I liked it, but that was my own. A lot of the things, like these funky things, she didn't have those in there. I added them because she had something else that I didn't have, or I preferred what I did to what she had done. So, and then there's like a funky little spider here, and that's magnetized. Unfortunately, he's not sticking right now, so I have to fix him. And then I will show you the back page, because even that is decorated. Very quickly, let me turn this album over. And you can see on the back of the album that there's more detail. Again, fussy cut. She has like really cool eyes. There's a special glue that you can use. Again, these are tags, fussy cut out, so it looks kind of like she has wings. This is a magnetic tag, which I thought was cool. These are stickers. This is an actual, believe it or not, another tag. So Anne is just so awesome when it comes to detail. So that's like a little tag, but it's cut off of her original outfit. And then there's this cool raven here that was actually attached to the original tag. And then something called glossy accents is what makes the eyes look kind of creepy. And I added another feather. And the raven looks a little glittery here, again, because of the glossy accents. And then on the side here is supposed to be like a spider web. It doesn't look so hot right now. I'll probably fix it later. But that is, in a nutshell, my album. And if you stayed to watch the entire thing, you're awesome. And thanks so much for watching.